everyone, I'm really excited to show you this shirt. We have already made the boys shirt, and indeed some people have asked me, can I make this little girl shirt as a boys shirt as well? Of course you can. This is the boys shirt pattern which I've brought out just before this one, and the sleeve, the long sleeve with a placket, you'll also get in the pattern pack. So if you wanted to make this as a boys, well, don't give him puff sleeves, will you? And don't use any couching elastic, just sew it as it is. And I would also recommend possibly using the boys collar if you've got the pattern yourself, or just making this a little bit smaller, because for a boy these big collars don't look so good. So anyway, so you can make this western shirt as a boy's shirt as well. The features of the shirt are this piped insertion here, and you don't have to use piping, you could just do it plain, of course, that makes it a little bit easier. You could also use, such as I've done here, a ribbon or a really nice contrast piping like I've done here, and I'll show you how that works. So we've got contrast piping, we've got fully lined pockets, same method as I used on the Megan dress, so I keep it nice and easy. If you wanted to make the pocket round, of course you can sort of fiddle around with the pattern a bit, and I'd really like to see what you come up with. We've got a really super duper cuff here. This is a cuff which works threads by being sewn so that the seam is on the outside, and what that means is, like, once it's turned up, you don't see a thing from the inside. It's really clean, and that's actually very, very nice. And then I've got the oversized sleeve again. We've got gathers here and gathers there. Gathers are actually easier to put in than the flat sleeve, which of course you could do. You could make this with a flat long sleeve, just like the boys one, and just leave off the placket. That would just do one bit of binding all the way around if you wanted to do that. So then the yoke runs from the front all the way to the back, so this is one piece, and I've used some embroidery, and again we've put piping in there. And here, to make this really come in and really give it the shape, I've put in couching elastic. And I have done couching for the first time, and thanks to Patty Do, who has got a great channel. She's a German lady, but she also does stuff in English like I do. And she's got a special video on couching, which I'm going to link to from my project page, because I think it's brilliant. I think I have doubled here for the first time, so thank you, Patty Do. I know how to do it now, and I'll pass it on. But that original video, I think, is really, really good, and it helped me because she's got this fantastic diagram that explains exactly how the threads like come together. So go and have a look there. The main video shows you how to make this exact shirt from start to finish. So if you said now, oh, don't want to put binding, or I want to use ribbon in here, I've done some videos which are separate. If you wanted to use a different cuff finish, then you go on the video which shows you all the different cuffs. You've got it here with lace, here with binding, just plain like this, which I also think is very nice, or with piping. And every time you use something different that goes in, the technique changes slightly, which bit you sew together first, etc. You know. So you can watch all of that, because it's not that easy. Sometimes people say, oh, you can just put this in, put that in, but they don't show you how. And the methods actually do change. So I've done a video which shows you all of that. And then there's also a separate video which shows you how to put these fantastic little snapper buttons on. I think they're magic. And I've done mine in the different colours as a 4th of July shirt. And we've got all the like the American flag on there. I think this is just gorgeous. It's a bit kept a little bit more masculine, if you will, so I haven't put a ribbon around it or anything. So that's also on a separate video, so you can see how these cam snaps or baby verse snaps go in. And then I've also made this one, which is a little bit more like the Western one. Now you might say, oh, the collar looks really small, and that's because this is the first one I've made. I realised the collar was too small, and I made the collar bigger. So actually, of course, they're all this size. And then I've used some Diamontees silvery stuff to iron on, and there's a separate video again taking you through the steps to do that. And I've done this for the first time myself, so we're learning together. And I've put some on the back as well, and I think that that will go down a tree. I've also done a different video on how you can do the hem, because now on this here I've turned the hem in, which is the classic way really. If you have a stretch fabric like I did on the denim, that's actually easy to do and you don't even need to pin it. But if it's straight fabric like this, where you haven't got any give, it's just a plain woven fabric, no elastan, no elasticity in it, then that's much harder. So I'm giving you some more options again on a separate video. So on this one, I've put binding all the way around. That will be really easy. And I wanted to do the binding like this on this shirt and make it like really pop, but I didn't have enough of it. So I showed you that on here. The other option is to put a ribbon in it, but I have to say that my ribbon was too wide, so you want a slimmer one really, especially if you go around the curve, because otherwise you get this. I think it still looks very nice, but it does crease up and it's not brilliant. So if you prefer this look, then just use a slimmer one or even bias binding, and I show you in the video also how to do that. So you've got some videos which are separate on the project page, so if you go there, the first one will be this introduction obviously, and then you get the one that shows you how to make this exact shirt, and then you've got a few variations underneath it. So let's get started, and thank you for watching.